Okay, we're getting like a proper roster reveal announcement video as well.
Why you asking me?
Martin mogging me. They got Sugetsu. They got Sugetsu. They got Sugetsu and saadhak, and Elite is nasty as well. Now, if Zysh ends up playing, we've got a problem, okay?
We missed something, right?
Yeah, you're missing 2 players. Oh, there we go. I've seen the memes around this guy looking exactly like saadhak. Dude, it's sick. It's actually so sick that Valorant is already at the spot, like 4 or 5 years into the esport, where when somebody big travels to like another region, they are actually treated like a superstar. Vitality, Fnatic, and Foot are frontrunners for top 3. I don't think I agree with that. If I was to do a tier list, I think I would have Heretics at the top right now. You know, not that they're guaranteed to be #1 team, but I'd have Heretics at the top, then probably Fnatic, because they already have the system built, then probably Vitality, because they could be #1 easily if everything works, but you know, it's really tough to judge those kind of teams because there's a chance that they're amazing, there's a chance that they kind of flop a bit and they end up like 5th, 6th, but they have so much talent. As long as Safe's IGLing and the team gels together, they should be a top 3 team. 4th place, I'd be looking towards like Carmine Corp, even ahead of Foot in my opinion, and that would be my top 5 with like Giants coming behind them probably. This is just based on the fact that I think Eng and saadhak are gonna go nuts. Honestly, the Na'Vi team probably comes next though, then BBL. I don't know what to think about this Gentlemates team. To be honest, this is probably the biggest question mark for me because I'm just unfamiliar with the talent on the team. Maybe I'm underrating them and they should be going like here. Honestly, maybe I'm really underrating them and they should be like here or here. For now, in my ignorance, I'll leave Gentlemates like towards the bottom with like Team Liquid. The crazy thing is, I don't think that Koi have a terrible roster, but I think they're down towards the like bottom 3. Across the whole of VCT, who am I most excited for? I think BBL are going to be crazy fun to watch. I think Carmine Core, I'm slightly more excited to pay attention to though. Vitality, the problem is Vitality people are going to rate so highly that they can only be a disappointment. Like when you make a team that's that stacked, if they're amazing, people are just like, well, of course they're amazing, they're a super team. But if they're bad, people treat them as a disappointment. So like I'm actually not excited for Vitality, but I should be. In Americas, I'm excited for G2. I want to see what Jorgamo does with G2. I kind of want to see Lev play with Demon 1 as well. But honestly, I could see it being a bit dysfunctional at the beginning and not being like exciting straight out the gates. If it is though, that'd be cool. In Pacific, the team that I'm most excited for is probably SPG. I think they should be very exciting. I'm kind of excited for T1, but I'm more worried for T1, actually. You would say saadhak is better than Finesse? I prefer Finesse's style of calling. That doesn't mean that Finesse is better. saadhak shoots back more, even though he's not that much better of a fragger. I think they've both achieved an enormous amount of success. saadhak's done it with more different players, arguably, but I think Finesse plays a more like beautiful style on his attack sides. saadhak's defense sides are normally a bit better, actually, historically. I don't think it's reasonable to say that one is clear-cut better than the other over their history as an IGL. I think they've had very similar kind of successes and years where they haven't had as much success. But I do prefer the style that Finesse calls on attack. saadhak's played some goofier comps for sure, but saadhak has also found meta comps. Actually, Finesse has played some weird comps too. He played the like Phoenix double Senti on Haven, and Chet cooked up the Yoru on Ascent comp that was a bit weird as well. EMEA could have saadhak versus Boaster, which is sick. The IGLs in EMEA are so fun. Because you've got like goated IGLs like saadhak and Boaster, and then you also have crazy IGLs like Angel and Yampy. You've also got brand new IGLs like Robbie BK and like Molsey. Like, you've just got everything in EMEA this year. Oh yeah, wildcard, like former star player IGLs that don't have that much experience as IGLs but have been phenomenal players in the past. Like, you actually just have everything. Angel not goated. Angel perfectly straddles between goated and insane. I should have put Boo in the top list, to be honest, with Boaster and saadhak at this point. I think after a year of doing some pretty good calling, I feel like Boo's calling was not that amazing throughout some periods of the year. Like, the mid-rounding was not exactly where they had the most success, but they were very good at selecting the right timings around the map to go for their defensive re-clears and that kind of stuff. But their attack side calling, I thought, was like, it was pretty good. But I think the sum total of the whole year of calling, Boo's been proven enough and had good enough success to put him in that top group, yeah. But I don't think, you know, it's obviously Boo has not accomplished as much in his career as saadhak and Boaster. But I think he's starting to belong in that group. Overall, would you say EMEA has better IGLs compared to NA? EMEA for sure has better shooters? Okay, first of all, you're the one that started with that premise. I'm not even sure I agree with that. You'd have to like fucking spend a long time thinking about that to figure out which region has the better shooters, in my opinion, between EMEA and Americas. It's not like Americas has bad shooters. There's some crazy talented fraggers on in Americas. Aspas, Demon 1, Jorgamo, Zekken for duelists, and EMEA, Durka, Miniboo. Who are the other like mega big hitters? Honestly, in terms of duelists, it's a lot of up-and-coming duelists that I don't think are in the same tier yet. But EMEA's got incredible shooters in its like support roles. People like Leo, now safe. I mean, you've stolen Less, who's incredible. Sugetsu, Shao, Alpha, yeah, Benji. A lot of EMEA's talent is actually not in its duelist role. So I think I just started with a really unfair comparison there, to be honest. But again, I don't think that one region has better fraggers than the other region. Or at least, if there is a difference, it's a really, really small difference. Yeah, most of the duelists in the EMEA are unproven at the moment, but they, you know, this is the year for them to prove themselves. What's your hair care routine? Looking good? Yeah. Huge amounts of shampoo, applied with a sandpaper kind of mitt. Do I use conditioner? What the fuck would I be conditioning, man? Is it fair to say EMEA has the most exciting up-and-coming talent? I don't think so. Maybe, though. Maybe. I think a lot of regions do, though. Like, the Pacific talent, I think, is super exciting coming up. The whole of the GE roster, Yeoman, Primi, SPG, like, APAC has some extraordinarily exciting talent coming up. I think even in Americas, you could look at Zenom, Cortesia, you could be looking at 2G, and when Spike turns 18, presumably he replaces QCK on the roster. That along with Zap is some exciting talent, even with just the two of them. But I mean, the whole of the 2G roster is pretty. Yeah, XLG are looking good. Oh, Verno and Mada, yeah, are incredible. La 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 la. Ooh. Les animaux. Oh, les animaux. La 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 la. Ooh.